I walked out of the airport when I saw my husband's mom standing there with her luggage. My stomach dropped because Jake was supposed to pick me up alone. I'd been on a work trip for 3 days and we'd texted that morning about him getting me at 6:30 p.m. Now here she was, Diana, with her giant purple suitcase and that weird smile she gets when she's up to something. Jake rolled down the window and waved like nothing was wrong. "Hey babe, mom decided to come stay with us for a while." Diana climbed into the back seat before I could even process what was happening. She immediately started talking about how excited she was to finally spend some real quality time with us as a family. The drive home was awkward as hell. Diana kept asking about my job, but in that passive-aggressive way where she'd say stuff like, "Oh, you're still doing that little marketing thing?" Meanwhile, Jake was acting like everything was totally normal, humming along to the radio. When we got home, Diana had apparently already claimed our guest room. Her stuff was everywhere. She'd even moved my yoga mat out of the corner to make room for her meditation crystals. I pulled Jake aside and whispered, "How long is she staying?" He just shrugged and said, "She didn't really say, but she seemed upset about something with Dad, so I couldn't exactly say no." That first night, Diana made dinner without asking what we wanted. It was some weird quinoa casserole that tasted like cardboard. But the real kicker was when she started rearranging our kitchen cabinets because our system was inefficient. I watched her move our coffee mugs 3 different times while explaining her superior organization method. By day 3, I was losing my mind. Diana had opinions about everything. She didn't like how I folded towels, thought our shower curtain was too masculine, and kept leaving passive-aggressive notes around the house. One on the coffee maker said, "Remember to clean this daily for optimal hygiene." Another on our bedroom door said, "Early to bed, early to rise makes a marriage healthy and wise." The breaking point came when I found her going through our mail. Not just the stuff on the counter, but our actual private mail from the bedroom. She was holding our credit card statement and said she was just helping organize. I completely lost it and told Jake we needed to talk privately. In our room, I laid it all out. His mom was driving me crazy, she was being intrusive, and I couldn't handle much more. Jake got defensive and said she was just trying to help, and that family should stick together. Then he hit me with the real bomb. She wasn't just visiting. She was planning to move in permanently because she and his dad were getting divorced. I felt like the room was spinning. Living with Diana forever wasn't an option. I told Jake he needed to set some boundaries or help her find her own place. He said I was being selfish and that his mom needed us right now. We got into the biggest fight we'd had in years. The next morning, I woke up to find Diana had reorganized our entire living room. She'd moved our couch, TV, and even hung up new curtains she'd apparently bought without asking. When I asked what she was doing, she said she was making the space more functional for 3 people. That's when I realized this wasn't going to end unless I did something. I called my sister and asked if I could stay with her for a few days. I packed a bag right in front of both of them and told Jake to call me when he figured out what he wanted more, his wife or his mom running our house. Jake panicked. He followed me to my car and promised we'd figure something out. 3 days later, he called and said he'd help Diana find a nice apartment across town and that she'd be moving out by the weekend. Apparently, once I left, she started driving him just as crazy as she'd driven me.